Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Hey everybody, now that I got my headphone unmuted, geez Jeff, it's only almost 8 a.m. Why the fuck am I so messed up right now? Anyway, welcome to another unboxing and review video. This time, you're probably wondering though, before I get out to all that, Jeff, buddy, why are you wearing a hoodie? And I'm glad you fucking asked. And the answer is quite simple. Hold on, let me turn off the camera. Here, let me turn this one off. And then I'll turn this one on. And then I'll turn this on. Because it's fucking cold. For some goddamn reason, Old Man Winter decided to be like, hey Jeff, I see that you've been enjoying the last few days of fall. Fall in Kelso has been, actually, it's been pretty nice. It's been kind of sunny and not too cold, you know. So Old Man Winter, he came out like, you know, ho ho ho. Wait, why am I making Old Man Winter sound like fucking Santa Claus? Okay, well, he came out saying, hey, why am I making him sound like fucking Fat Albert? Anyway, Old Man Winter was like, hey, Jeff, I see that you like it. How about I make it fucking cold? So as you can see, it is 29 degrees, but let's actually refresh this because it is actually, hold on, let me also enlarge it a little bit. Okay, because this was actually done at 7:36, so let's refresh it. Okay, so it's still, God, fucking get that shit off, fuck. Okay, so as of 7:53 a.m., it is still 29 degrees, and we have some patches of fog, which makes it even worse. So like, I woke up this morning. Granted, I have like I was under like 2 throw blankets. I guess that's what they could say. You could call them. I was warm. I got out of bed and like, oh my god, I'm fucking freezing. And this was like it was like just a little bit after 6, I think it was. And I'm like, okay, I can't. I normally like my lounge wear is basically like either it's a sleeveless shirt and some shorts. I normally will, you know, wear that on my days off. By the way, it is currently it is the 28th of October 2023. It's a Saturday. So normally it's my day off. I would like to relax, you know. I get dressed for work when I first wake up Monday through Friday. I normally don't like having to wear a, you know, like a hoodie and jeans when I'm in, you know, when I'm on my day off and I'm in the house. You know, I like to relax a little bit. But yeah, I got out of bed and I went to do my normal morning work, and it's like, oh, it's just too fucking cold. I have to fucking put on a hoodie at least, you know, and jeans. Excuse me. So it is currently 29 degrees with a real feel of 32 degrees. Like that fucking helps. That fucking helps. I want to. Okay, today the high is supposed to be 53, with a real feel in the shade of 50. We have a freeze warning from 12 a.m. Saturday until 9 a.m. So just about an hour and 5 minutes, roughly, give or take a few minutes. Oh my god, tonight it's supposed to be fucking 27 with a real feel of 28. Oh my god. Clear and partly cloudy. Wait, hold on. Let's actually do it. Clear and partly cloudy and cold with temperatures approaching record low of 25 in 1971. So almost 10 years before I was born, it was a record of 27. Holy shit. But I want to see, like, what's the outlook, the hourly outlook? Because I gotta know, are we gonna melt from this ice cube that we're currently in? Okay, 8 a.m. is 32, 33, 38, 43, 47, 50. We finally hit 50 degrees at 1 p.m. Now, just so to those who do not live in Washington, especially like southern Washington, our lows during this time of the year are normally like high 40s, low 50s. So this is actually pretty weird that it's this low. We normally don't get this low until like late December, early January. 51, 52, 53, and then it starts tanking at 5 p.m. Let's go to daily. Okay, I just want. Are we gonna have nice weather next week? Okay, Saturday, yeah. Ooh, 56 tomorrow. 57, nice, nice. 56. Oh my God, we're getting more rain. Oh God. And of course, my birthday is gonna be wet. At least it's not gonna be fucking freezing. Thank God. Thank fucking God, it's not gonna be freezing on my birthday. Now, to those who are wondering, like, Jeff, why do you not just turn on the heater? Because I don't want to fucking raise my PUD bill. I will, and besides, I don't use the normal heaters that came built into this apartment because this apartment is like, it's fucking old. I think this apartment was built prior to Jesus being born. So, yeah, it has a lot of draft. I use little space heaters, like I have a little heater that's normally out to my side here that blows on me when it gets cold. But I'm not going to fucking raise my PUD bill until I see icicles forming in the apartment. I'm not going to do that. I'll just wear a fucking hoodie if need be. But enough about that. Enough about that. Here, let's turn this off. Let's turn this off. Let's turn this off. Okay, but anyway, on to the main part of the show. The figure that I'm going to be reviewing. Hold on, I have it right here. I'm going to hide the name so you can't see it. It's a figure that came in one of these boxes. It came in one of these boxes, so you're going to have to kind of wait to see what it is. But that wait won't be very long because I'm going to show a quick commercial. It's an old Transformers commercial. And then when I return, I will be getting to the unveiling. So stay tuned and I'll be right back.
In the midst of the Cybertronian War, special mission teams of Autobots and Decepticons blasted their way to planet Nebulon. There, the powerful Transformers let the intelligent Nebulons become the heads of their robots.
Master Transformers, more much more than meets the eye.
But the headmasters were still Autobots and Decepticons, and fierce new battles erupted. Follow the adventures of the Headmaster Transformers and the equally incredible Target Master Transformers in Marvel Comics.
Okay, everybody. I hope you liked that commercial. That was, like I said, that was I like the commercials from the 80s when it came to the Transformers because they were not that polished, as you can tell, and that's okay. Sometimes not being polished is actually a good thing. But anyway, onto the unveiling. So I showed you in the previous segment what it was, and now I'm going to show you, or the box. Now it is time to actually show you what it is. Now, you probably already knew what it was because of the title of the video, but I like to try to add a little bit of suspense. I know, I'm fucking weird like that. Somebody wanting to add suspense to their videos, who would have fucking thought? Anyway, the product being unveiled today is the Generation Selects War for Cybertron Trilogy Combat Megatron. And from what I understand, this figure was like supposed to be like an unreleased G2 variant. So that's why he has the weird coloring, which I kind of like the coloring. But anyway, this figure is actually one of the many, many. It's one of the many. Oh shit! I didn't realize that the picture was cutting part of that off. Hold on one second, guys. Let me just change that. There we go. Boop. There. This figure is one of the many recolors or repaints / slight remolds of the War for Cybertron Siege Voyager class Megatron. That's right. This guy had a lot of fucking repaints and remolds that has gone on even up until earlier this summer with the minor Megatron. Holy shit. I think this is one of the few times it's like a porn actress saying, "Okay, that's fucking enough. I'm not taking anymore. Stop it." This is how the fandom kind of felt when it came to these recolors, remolds of Megatron, because a lot of these were just coming out like one after another, without giving people a chance to to basically to recoup and rest. They're like, no more. I fucking had enough. I love a good repaint. And even I was thinking, okay, motherfucker, that's enough. My ass can only take so much, you know. So, but anyway, so like I said, this guy is just this time I think it's a slight remold with the head, and then it's just mainly a repaint. I got this figure from Amazon. I got via a third party. It was sold to me by Lee's Movie, so I'm gonna throw a shout out to that person. I paid $42.77 for it. It's comparing this figure to the G2, G2, what should we call it? Megatron. Also, it was also a Generation Selects. This one's actually a little bit cheaper, but not by that much. I think the G2 Megatron I got was like $79. This is $40, so a little under $30, over $30 difference. But if you're wanting this figure, and this company still sells it, I would suggest it because this guy seems to be pretty decent. I didn't have any problems getting my order, so I'll throw out, I'm going to leave Lee's Movies a good review after I get done with this video because I don't want to do anything until I get this figure out the box. But, so that is that. So here, let's turn this off. And then let's just go back to this. So you're wondering, like, did I get all of these figures? And actually, no, I don't. I have and you'll see them when I do the comparisons and everything. I have the War for Cybertron Siege. I call that like the base mold. So I got the base mold. I got the War for Cybertron Trilogy Walmart exclusive. I should have actually had these marked, but I didn't. I have the minor Megatron, and now I got this guy. So I got like a total of 4. Am I going to get the the 35th anniversary? Probably not. Probably not. It's literally just, nothing's really changed. They just did a little bit of cell shading on it. I am kind of curious in the spoiler pack, though. I'm curious about the spoiler pack. I saw the review of the premium finish, and from what I understand, the paint effects, the battle damage is not the best on that one. But I am curious in that spoiler pack, just because of the fact you get some extra accessories, and then you get the purple paleo tracks. But anyway, so let's actually get to this. I'm going to end this portion of the video, and then when I return, it will be with the unboxing. So stay tuned, and I'll be right back.
Galvatron, our jet's gonna crash into our tank!
No, it's not. They're going to transform into one robot.
Introducing Duocons, Decepticon 2-in-1s. They think they're twice as tough as any Autobot, and maybe they are.
The Transformers.
But they haven't met the Throttlebots yet.
Much more than BCI. The Transformers.
Now collect over 50 Transformers decoys free in specially marked packages.
So, welcome back. If you made it this far, I just want to say thank you. It means a lot to me. If you liked what you're watching, please click on that subscribe button, and you'll be alerted to when I release some new content. So, up next, we have the unboxing. So, basically, I'm going to show off what's in the box. What's in the box? And then I will switch over to the dual cam setup, if my computer allows it, and we'll get this bad boy, out of its bondage, basically. So let's get this thing open. And basically, as you can see, it is Combat Megatron. Here, I'm trying to get a good angle. There we go. As you can see, he has two accessories. He has his sword that he had, from, is it a sword? Yeah, okay. He has his sword. It's kind of hard to tell what the blade is up there, but because it's so dark and everything. He has a sword and his fusion cannon, and that's about it. So basically, like I said, if you have Siege Megatron and you don't really care about recolors, then it's not really this guy won't matter to you. And as I can see, they already fucked up this box. Nothing with the seller, though. Nothing with the seller. I mentioned this before. Hasbro does not seem to know what the fuck they want to do with these Generation Selects. Some figures will have the plastic actually. Here, let me take the plastic insert out. There you go. the figure will actually have the insert molded around him, so it's like secured. And then like for this guy, for some reason they went back to using the little fucking plastic bands. You can barely see it like on this leg right here. It's like right here. I fucking hate it. Make up your fucking mind, Hasbro. Either use the plastic bands or whatever the fuck they're called. Have the plastic be vacuum sealed around the figure, or just fucking use paper. But make up your fucking mind. This isn't even something that is like old, you know, like, oh Jeff, that happened a while ago. No, this shit happened just recently. Oh god, who was it? I think it was one of the G2 figures. I think it was possibly Jazz. I think I can't recall exactly which one, but one was in paper, and then the other, which was the other figure that I recently opened up, which was Studio Series 86 Ratchet. He had the fucking plastic bands. Make up your fucking mind. I'm getting sick of this. It's like I'm being fucking teased. I don't like it. Anyway, so let's get to the unboxing, well, you already got the unboxing undergoing, but let's switch out this camera. There we go. Okay, hold on. I forgot to do this. There we go. There we go. Face cam. And it's not gonna work. Fucking Christ. Okay, I'll be right back. I gotta try to get it to work because I knew this was gonna fucking happen. My computer is being a little bit of a jerk, so I'm gonna stop recording and I'll be right back. Okay, thank God it didn't give me that much of a hassle. Sometimes it will just fucking be like, no, I'm not gonna do a two webcam setup, but I got it to work this time a little bit easier. Normally it takes a lot of me begging and pleading with this fucking computer and everything. Don't get me wrong, I love my computer. I've had it, but the thing is old and I really need to get a new one. But anyway, so, and let's get the unboxing webcam up. There we go. There we go. So, here we have Combat Megatron. And then in the back you can see I have, this is the base mold, the the Siege mold. And basically, what you're seeing here, this is the Shockwave in his blaster form. I got it as part of the Centurion collection. I just decided to have Megatron hold it. Why? Why not? Yeah. And then I have the War for Cybertron trilogy, Walmart exclusive. And then the weakest out of the four, which is the minor Megatron. I have to fix his leg because his leg is loose and it fucking sucks. So I'm hoping that once I get the leg fixed, it'll change my opinion of this figure. But this thing fucking sucks. You have to put it at an angle just for it to get it to stand up. It's garbage. It's fucking garbage, Hasbro, and I do not like it. Okay, so let's just put this guy over here. Hopefully he will stay standing up. Here, I'll just put him next. See, like, oh my god, now I'm gonna fucking spend 18 hours trying to get this motherfucker to stand up. There goes. Now let's just there. So, Combat Megatron, it looks like he has 1, 2, 3. Let's see. Oh, let me just, yeah, 3, 4, 5. Looks like he has your standard 5 thing, or make it 6, possibly, that you have to cut. Oh god, I fucking hate these. I understand, and I understand the logic behind it. I understand the logic because of the fact that it's to keep the content. Oh, I forgot there's the one on the weapon also. So I understand the need that it helps keep it secured and everything, but it just makes a fucking mess. And considering that they are like clear, if it falls on your carpet, good fucking luck finding that shit. Seriously, why couldn't you make it like neon green or neon blue? Something that actually stands out. That way if it falls on your carpet, which your carpet is like it's like various colors of brown, it'd make it a little bit easier to see. But no, we're gonna make it fucking clear. We just got to annoy the living fuck out of Jeff and all the other consumers. Okay, so how am I gonna fucking do this? And then to top it off, they make these things so fucking tight. That's what she said. They make it so fucking tight that you're afraid that you're going to damage your figure by trying to get these things out, either with a pair of scissors, or with a knife. Because I don't know of any other way to safely remove these things. Trust me, there's probably some sort of magic bullet that somebody knows how to get these things off, but I do not. So, and to top it off, I don't have fingernails because I'm a guy and I try to keep my nails clipped as much as possible, so I can't even easily grab these things. Oh my god. There's. Okay, so the legs are free. Legs are free. I'm just trying to figure out how I'm going to what I'm going to go after next. God, the hands itself look like they're going to be a fucking nightmare to get. Okay, let's go with the hips. Of course, we got to make it. Oh my god. There, hips are done. Okay, I'm going to see, this is what I mean. See, look at this mess. Look at it, Hasbro. This mess is your fault. So, move that shit over there. Okay, the only thing I can think of doing is I'm going to have to pull. I wish I was fucking like Goro from Mortal Kombat. Because I'm going to try to pull it on from the back. There, okay, got the one hand free. There, okay. I think that's it for the figure itself. So let's see if I can. I'm gonna mute the microphone so you don't hear all that fucking crinkling sound because I know it would drive me nuts. So I'm gonna mute it. I'll be right back. You may see me mouthing some swear words also. Okay, I'm back. It's a known fact that YouTube prefers to keep people with a quota of saying the word fuck. I think that quota is you're allowed to say fuck 5 times in a video before they start getting all upset. Well, I'll let you know that during the freeing of this guy, I think I said fuck at least 6 times. So I think I'm at like an 8 now. So I'm officially on Amazon's shit list for today. Or not Amazon, YouTube shit list. Why did I say fucking Amazon? Maybe it's because I bought this figure from Amazon. Fuck it. Jeff, you swear too much. What the fuck you mean? Okay, let's see here. I don't think the sword is secured. So once again, I'm going to mute the mic. So hold on. Okay, so I got everything fucking freed at last. Holy fucking shit, that drove me nuts. That drove me up the fucking wall. Let's get that piece of shit out of here now. So, here's what came in the box, as you already know, though. We have his fusion cannon, which is It's in a nice black and green color combination where the green kind of fades into black, but for some reason the black is also on the ass end of the cannon. I would have preferred that the green start all the way at the end and then kind of fade to the black. That's what I would have preferred. Something similar to this. Something similar to the sword. The sword, as you can see, the blade itself is black. But the cannon barrel part, it starts green and it fades off to black. So that's cool. I like that. So it's like a 50%, hit miss when it came to these two accessories. So up next we have Combat Megatron, and just so you didn't, in case you're curious about who this guy is, they even have his name on his chest. It's like literally the special ed child going to school with his name on his hat or something like that. You just, in case you don't realize who this person is, it's Megatron. But I'm from what I understand, that was something of a fad for G2, and I kind of remember that because I have the G2 Generation Selects G2 Ramjet, and it's the neon one, the neon colored Ramjet, and it has his name on the cabin also. So I'm guessing it must be something to do with G2. So here we go. Here's the front, and like I said, if you have this guy, you basically have this guy. The only difference is that I can tell that it looks like it's the head sculpt. The head sculpt is a little bit different, but everything else pretty much looks the same. So here's the front. Here's the side profile. Now keep in mind I have, weapons on and stuff in a different location. Here's the back profile, and then the other side. It's literally the same guy. It's just like I said, just recolor with a different head sculpt. Oh, don't you fucking fall over on me. You're not fucking minor Megatron. Do not fall over. If you fall over, I'm gonna be so fucking pissed. Okay, so there you have Combat Megatron, which is, like I said, this guy was supposed to be like a, hold on, is this? It looks like I gotta fix the heel spur. I thought it was fixed. One heel spur doesn't look like it's going down. Oh, hold on. Yeah. Oh, there it goes. There it goes. That's why. There. Look at that. Look at that. Fucking better. You fix the heel spur, and it stands up a lot better. Oh, God. This thing has the same problem that Siege Megatron has. There's no way for the head to clip into place, so basically, if you give it too much pressure, poop. It looks like he's a turtle. It looks like his head is sticking into a shell. What are you? Are you a Ninja Turtle, man? Are you a fucking Ninja Turtle? But anyway, so let's get this guy armored up, shall we? So we're going to put the cannon, let's see here. When I did the G2 Megatron Earthrise version of Megatron, the ports that this would go into the arm was kind of loose. So let's see here. How is it on this guy? Hold on. Ooh, that's nice and tight. Ooh, I like when they're nice and tight. That's right, I said it. Jeff, you pervert. Yeah, that's why I say that these videos are 18 plus. Oh, wow, I can't even get the fucking sword in this. Oh my god! How fucking... I can't tell. Is this thing... I can't tell if the hand is molded, the hole in the hand is molded too... Oh, there it goes. Holy shit. That is a tight grip. Holy shit. Damn, that is nice though. That I like it when it has a little bit of friction, but that was tight, but I like it. It means that the weapon will not fall out and you risk possibly losing it. So here we have Megatron armored up, or weaponed up, I guess you could say, or armed up, or And overall, he looks pretty damn good. Granted, the color scheme it's a little bit weird, especially when you have it next to a whole bunch of gray Megatrons, or even a black Megatron. Here, let's get this guy. Let's get the derpy guy over here. Derp. There we go. So I know you can't really see him. Let's see here. Can I put him? Where can I put? Oh, let's put him right here. There you go. So, like I said, with the exception of the coloring, you know, he kind of stands out. He looks like an albino Megatron, but he actually looks pretty damn good, given for what he is. You know, G2 was meant to actually stand out because they're supposed to be like neon and bright and everything. But yeah, he looks pretty damn good. He's definitely a lot better than fucking minor Megatron. Now, once I get the legs fixed, I'll reevaluate. But right now, that fucking leg problem with that minor Megatron, it just pisses me the fuck off. So what I may do is, after I get done recording this video, I will get my screwdriver kit and see if I can tighten up those legs, because I paid over $60 for a 2-pack, and it should not be that bad. It should not be that bad. Not good. Not cool. Not cool, Hasbro. Not cool at all. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. When I return, it will be with my review of this figure. So let's move this guy back here. It'll be my review of Combat Megatron, where I'll give you some positives, negatives, and my pet peeves. Oh my, see, this one. Look at this. There is. Look at this. His legs are so weak it can't even hold his weight. Let's see here. What about this guy? Can hold. No problem. No problem. So yeah, I'm gonna actually. I think after I get done recording this segment, I'm gonna take a quick break. I'll get my my screwdriver kit, and I'll see if I can fix it, because this is fucking ridiculous. Imagine what it was like when I was trying to pose this guy and put him on the shelf. It was a fucking nightmare. He kept falling over and taking out Tarn with him, taking out Senator Ratbat. It was just a goddamn mess. So I will be back in a few seconds after these commercials, and I'll be with my review, so stay tuned and I'll be right back.
Magnus, look!
I've never seen Decepticons as vicious as those monstrous terror guns.
Lucky we have the Technobots.
Yeah, but those high-tech heroes are in for one horrific battle.
The Transformers, more than
Out of monstrous Terracon beasts comes the incredible Abominus, to battle a fearless and futuristic Computron.
the Transformers.
Now collect over 50 Transformers decoys free in specially marked packages.
Up next, we have the review for the Transformers Generation Selects Voyager class Combat Megatron. This is a Generation 2 unreleased variant. Let's get to it, shall we? So, for the positives, I actually have quite a lot of stuff I'd like to talk about. I like to think that this is another nice G2 figure, along with the other G2 figures I have, like, I have Jazz, the other G2 Megatron, the Earthrise variant. I have Ramjet. I have Leadfoot. Oh, God. G-Axis I also have. I think I have a couple others. I can't recall right off the top of my head. But I think that this guy is a nice addition to that collection. The white... Certain whites on this figure really stand out. You can literally see it, you know, and I kind of like that. It kind of fits with the whole aspect of a G2 figure. The weapon coloring, I think it is pretty nice. I like how it's, like on the sword. Here, let me pull the sword off. The sword, it starts off with the green, and then it tapers to black. I like that. I like that a lot. I like that very much. However, the blaster, they kind of messed the blaster up. Oh, come on. There it goes. They messed the blaster up. Whereas they should have had the green start at the very back of the barrel and then taper off to black. It starts off as black. It abruptly goes to green, and then it tapers off to black. I'm kind of curious about why they did that, but you know, it doesn't damage the figure. It doesn't make it look any worse. It's just I would have just done it slightly different. The head sculpture is actually pretty damn nice. I know you can't really see his face that much because of the fact the contrasting colors. You have uber white for the helmet, and then they painted his face black, which, you know, nowadays people are going to look at it and go, oh, that's wrong, but it really doesn't fucking bother me. It's just a toy. But due to the contrast and coloring, you really can't make out that much in the way of detailing. It's kind of sad because it does have some nice detailing, especially on the helmet itself also has some nice detailing. Now, keep in mind that this is also a shittier camera, so you may not be able to see that much, but I wish that you guys could actually see this figure and see how nice it is. The tight joints. This figure has some very nice tight joints, except oddly for... Is it the right leg? Yeah, it's the right leg. The right leg, it's tight, but it's also just loose enough that it will lower a little bit if you were to hold him by it. But the left leg, that one's nice and tight. So I'm not sure if it was just a QC issue with my figure only. But I mean, the arms are tight. The biceps are tight. The head is tight. The legs are tight, with the exception of the right leg. The thighs are nice. You know, everything is tight on this figure. This figure will not just fall over, whereas that fucking Minor Megatron. By the way, I tried to tighten the legs on Minor Megatron. Didn't fucking work. It's fucking sad that nowadays Hasbro continues to release products with major flaws like that. The weapon ports, just like the joints, weapon ports are tight. Oh my god, I thought for sure that the sword, the handle for the sword, or the hilt, or whatever you want to call it, that it was too big for the hand. You just gotta really force that sucker in. And then the port for the blast, his fusion cannon is also nice and tight. There it goes. So you don't have to worry about them being kind of loose and falling out or anything. It is nice. And then I kind of mentioned it in the, I think it was the previous review that I did, that it seems when it came to the War for Cybertron series, all the way up through Legacy so far, the articulation for these figures has been pretty fucking spot on. Almost anything that can have some sort of movement does. Everything from the wrist, even though it only goes this way because of transformation. But the head, you know, the head could do a full Linda Blair. Well, can it do a full Linda Blair? No, actually it can't. But it can look. You would think that it could, because it doesn't look like it's blocked. But yeah, for some reason it just will not do the full Linda Blair. It goes a little less than 90 degrees. On the arms, you have 360 degrees. Hips, does hips rotate? Yep, hips have full 360 degrees. Legs can go past 90 degrees. Back, a little under 90 degrees due to the backpack. This can go do a full split, John Claude. You have ankle tiltage. You have... I don't really want to mess with the feet that much, but the heel spurs can go retract a little bit. Overall, the articulation, like I said, for this being a Siege, you know, a War for Cybertron era figure, the articulation is superior compared to the Combiner Wars trilogy figures. Okay, now, even though there are positives, there are going to be some negatives. The negatives. Okay, I actually forgot. Here, I'm going to pause this real quick because there's one I want to add, and I'll add it right now while you guys are watching. Okay, so let's copy B, and then I hope that's how you spell collapses. There we go. And I'm pretty sure somebody will correct me if I'm wrong, which, you know, if I am, that's okay. I'm not perfect. I am not perfect at all. Okay, so for the negatives, there's only actually a couple here. The first negative is the plastic bands that they use in keeping the figure secure. Now you're probably going to say, well, Jeff, those are the plastic bands. How does that actually affect the figure itself? And here's the thing. What if somebody who buys this figure or buys another figure, say the Studio Series 86 Ratchet, what if somebody buys those figures and they have some sort of like nerve disease or some sort of muscular disease where their hands are shaking? Now, granted, my hands shake a little bit, but it's mainly because I'm cold or I'm trying to be real careful. But there are people who cannot control their shaking. Some of the bands that I was having to cut to free this guy were so tight against the figure that if you're using a knife or a pair of scissors to cut the figure free, you risk a real chance of actually dinging the figure itself and possibly chipping it and causing damage. If you're a collector, you're going to hate that. Thankfully, I was careful enough, but there are people who cannot control their shaking, and if they're trying to cut the motherfucker free, or with a knife or a pair of scissors, it's not going to end well, possibly. So I think ultimately, call me paranoid, and it's your right to call me paranoid. What if these plastic bands are a form of trying to get the consumer to buy another figure? You damage the figure, you're not going to want to keep that figure in your collection, so you'll risk buying another figure. And that's what I think possibly, because the thing is, Hasbro will they don't keep it regular how they do things. They had bands on this guy to keep him restrained. However, on the Earthrise G2 variant, they had the figure literally kind of vacuum his tray vacuum sealed around the figure itself, so there was no bands or anything. Then there's Legacy Evolution figures that are paper, that are restrained by paper, and then like Studio Series 86 Ratchet that had the bands. They do not keep anything uniform. That's what I was trying to say. Uniform. They do not keep anything uniform, and I think it's possibly a ploy for people to damage their figures trying to free them, only that's going to cause the collector to buy another figure, That's just my take, though. The other negative, which I just mentioned, was that for some reason, I'm not sure if all the Megatrons I have are mistransformed. I don't think that they are, but the heads, this one's a little bit stiffer, but they all easily collapse into the chest cavity. I'm not sure if I have it misaligned. I don't think so, because there's no pegs or anything to indicate that it is supposed to, snap into place. The only one that does not do that, let's see, is it the War for Cybertron Trilogy Netflix does it also. It's even worse. Look at that. This reminds me of there were Ninja Turtle action figures, I think it was like early 90s, that you could actually press the head down into the body. It was supposed to be like a defense tactic. It was basically a gimmick for the figure, though, where you would push the head down, then you could squeeze the leg, and the head would pop up. That's what it reminds me of. The only figure I think that doesn't do that, yeah, well, it does, but it's really tight. It is the godforsaken Minor Megatron. It doesn't easily cave in. I'm not sure what the deal is with it, but it fucking will just cave in, and it's ridiculous, honestly. It's ridiculous. Nobody should have to deal with that. But those are the only real negatives that I can think of. When it comes to the pet peeves, now these do not actually affect, is that the right effect? Yeah, I think it is. Affect the figure. The lackluster box. Now, I already got rid of the box, but if you watch the opening, basically the box, it is a brown cardboard box with shit spray painted on it. No originality there. I would actually take the stuff that we get from like Legacy with all the repetitive pictures and all that. I would have taken that over a fucking lackluster cardboard box. To those who do not like getting repaints, I love repaints. I actually do my own repaints sometimes during the summer, especially when I have a lot of free time. To the people who do not like repaints, they're not going to really want to get this figure because this is yet another repaint. There are like a total of what, eight of these guys, 8 of the Siege mold Megatron. So basically, you are going to be paying for yet another repaint, and a lot of people will have issues with that. You already spent, between $30 and $40 for a Voyager class, and you're going to be doing that for 8 figures. That is roughly $320 or something like that. So you got to be you got to wonder if, you got to kind of balance it if it's worth it or not. And to a lot of people who don't go for repaints, no, it's not worth it. The lack of additional accessories. I did a unboxing and review of G2 Legacy Evolution Jazz. That figure actually came with 2 additional accessories on top of his standard blaster. So the fact is that Hasbro has been known for doing it. I personally think that at a minimum, when it comes to like base molds, so like for say Siege Megatron, I think that a figure should come with no less than 3 accessories. When you're doing endless repaints, I think you should really be giving them a lot more accessories, because you are literally buying the same figure again. It just has a different coat of paint job. Why not give the consumer extra accessories? That's what they did with G2 Jazz. They gave him his standard blaster, and then they gave him the same accessories that Legacy Evolution Detritus has. Now, the Legacy Evolution Detritus is supposed to be a repaint, slight remold of the soon-to-release, hopefully, Studio Series 86 Hound. But the fact is that they gave Jazz more weapon accessories. I think that, like I said, I think that honestly, when you are dealing with repaints, throw as many accessories to the customer as possible. Say, hey, thank you for giving us more of your money. Here, take all these fucking accessories. Just take them all. Here. You want more guns? Here, have a whole fucking mountain full of guns. That's how it should be. But no, for some reason, Hasbro, in their infinite wisdom, will give you the same figure and then just the same 2 shitty accessories. Well, these ones aren't really that shitty, but I've seen some accessories that are shitty. Give it, like I said, a minimum of 3 for base figures, and then like for repaints, you should just be fucking piling it on. Then finally, I am the type of person that likes to see the affiliation symbols. I'm not sure what it is, but when it came to, I think G2 Jazz, and definitely this figure, the affiliation symbols are not that easy to find. Hell, even on some of the other figures that I have, the affiliation symbols are not that easy to locate, which makes me wonder sometimes, are these actually like fraudulent, figures that I bought? Are they fake? Like not official? But like, see, I'm used to, like, I look at Megatron, Siege Megatron. Let's take Siege Megatron here. Here, hold on, let me put this guy down for a second. His symbol is easy to see. It's right on his chest. Megatron wears that symbol like a badge of honor. He wants everybody to see that when he is gunning for them, that he is a fucking Decepticon and he will kill you for it, However, because this guy has his name tattooed on his chest, that means his symbol the affiliation symbol can't be there because of the name. So we got to put it in a different location. Where are you going to put it? Can you tell? I'm looking at this guy. Is it easy to see? If you don't know where it is right here on his arm. It took me a couple seconds to realize, where the fucking symbol was, because I saw some writing. I think it says I think it says Megatron, but I thought it was that stupid serial numbers that they like to tattoo onto the figures. It wasn't until I was able to get my eyes to focus, and I'm like, oh, there's the symbol also. They make the symbols on some of these figures so fucking hard to locate. It's not funny. I mean, like, oh god, I think I have a couple Predacon figures from the Kingdom, and I think I also have. I may be wrong about this one, but I think Ultra Magnus from Siege and Kingdom. I may be wrong about those, but some of these figures, their affiliation symbols are not the easiest to locate, and I think that if they should be right out there for you to see. I just don't understand that. But like, let's say here for Megatron, minor Megatron. Let me put this guy down. Hold on. Okay, why are you not? There you go. Minor Megatron. I don't know if there were like affiliate, because I don't really follow I never followed the IDW, so I don't know if there were like affiliations back then. But I'm looking at this guy, and I don't fucking see any affiliations. I don't see a Decepticon. I don't see Autobot. I don't see like a Maximal or Predacon. I don't see jack shit. I don't see jack shit. Do you? I don't. So it's just, I would like to know like what affiliation some of these guys are that I'm looking at, because like with the Predacons, the only reason I know that some of them are Predacons is because of the fact that they were on the show, like. But for like this guy, where the fuck is his affiliation at? Like I just I'm just a little bit confused. But so that was it about the pet peeves. Like I said, the pet peeves really don't affect the figure or hinder it at all. It's just things that just rub me the wrong way, So I will be right back with my final thoughts, so stay tuned.
Let's search that planet, Magnus. We've got to find them, but they're helping him defeat the Decepticons.
Look, it's the Headmaster Autobots.
Incredible!
Yes, the driver of the vehicle actually becomes the head of the robot.
Headmaster Transformers, much more than meets the eye. The Transformers.
Each Headmaster Autobot displays a readout of its power. Nothing's better than going to battle with Headmaster Transformers, sold separately from Hasbro.
Alrighty, everybody, we are at the final portion of this video. This is where I give you my final thoughts, and it's just going to be me basically kind of reiterating kind of stuff I already talked about, but also, just being openly honest with you guys. So, honestly, is this guy a buy or a pass? If you are trying to get into G2, let's just say you were a fan of G1 like I was, and then other toy properties or whatever you want to call it came out. Like for me, it was Ninja Turtles. You got into Ninja Turtles, and then you let Transformers pass you by basically, and you never had a chance to get into G2 when they were being released. If you're trying to get into G2 now, this guy would be a decent entry point. Like I said, for the Earthrise G2 Megatron, you're going to have to start somewhere, and if you want to start somewhere, you should start off at the top. Basically, start off with the big guys. Now, I didn't have that chance when I was younger because growing up, I didn't have that much. So basically, my mom, she would have gotten me like she could only afford the lower end figures, the ones that you could afford. But nowadays, when I have the money, I'm definitely I gun for the top. So I go for the top, and then I just work my way down, basically. If you're trying to get into the G2 market like I am, this guy is a good start. The problem is, it's not known if Hasbro is planning on wanting to continue to do G2, because currently what I keep wanting to say Amazon. I keep fucking wanting to say Amazon. I don't know why, but Hasbro, right now, the only pipeline for G2 figures is the Legacy Evolution Toxitron collection. I've heard it referred to as that, or the G2 Universe collection. And that's a Walmart exclusive. The problem is that Walmart exclusives, like the Velocitron Speedia collection, they are released in what I like to call seasons. There's like season 1 and then season 2. You get into those seasons, and then all of a sudden they stop producing anymore. that's what my kind of worry is that people are getting, like, I like the G2 universe that Walmart has been releasing. The problem is, it's like you're liking it, you're liking it. You're like, oh my god, you're buying them all. Like, I literally bought almost everything with the exception of I think it's Grimlock. You're liking everything you're buying, and then all of a sudden, bam, you hit that wall. Walmart's no longer selling G2. So you're like, you literally got a handful of G2 figures you love, and they're not continuing the set. So I can imagine that being a problem when it comes to, people who are wanting to get into G2. It's like, well, I want to get into G2, but what if they stop producing more of these figures? And that is a possibility. I would personally like to see in the next trilogy after Legacy United, why not just focus on one specific set? Instead of trying to, flood an entire trilogy with as many different IPs as possible, where you're getting a whole bunch of a variety of figures, but you don't get that many per line. Like, say, animated or Cybertron universe or whatever the fuck it's called, or the Prime universe. Instead of trying to fist you with a whole bunch of varieties of different universes, why not just spend the next trilogy on one universe? That way you can just get them all out, as many out as possible. Like, say, next trilogy, have it be all G2 figures. Find out when are we due for an anniversary of G2 figures coming up? When did G2 come out? I think it was like 90 or 91 or something like that, or 92, 93, or whatever the fuck it was. Maybe we could have like a 20 or 30 year anniversary of when G2 came out, and we can literally spend a trilogy just celebrating it. And then the next trilogy could be like, say, Prime. And then the next trilogy could be animated or what, But I just don't think, honestly, the concept of having a trilogy and you're just dedicating, like, bringing in all the different universes into the collection, I honestly don't think it's working, because of the fact people who like, let's say people who like Prime, people who love Prime, get into this thing and all they get is fucking like RC, Bulkhead. I think the other one's like Knockout. And they're waiting. They're like, hey, where's Optimus? Where's Ratchet? Where's Megatron? Where's Starscream? When you literally, in my opinion, now this is just my opinion, but when you're trying to pull in as many different universes to cater to everybody, you're ultimately going to upset a lot of those people, because of the fact you can't dedicate an entire trilogy to those characters. A whole bunch of those characters are going to fall off by the wayside. They're starting to debut a lot of the United figures. As I'm recording this, yesterday the big reveal was Megatron. Megatron looks cool, but what about, like I said, what about the fans of Prime? They're not going, we haven't, since Legacy, we haven't seen anything, from the Prime universe, if I remember correctly. I sure as hell haven't seen Megatron or Optimus Prime. You would think that if you're going to bring in all these different universes, that they would have brought in, like, the big guys, like the Prime and the Megatron and Starscream. But I'm not Hasbro, so. But like I said, that's ultimately what my fear is, that people are going to start wanting to get more and more G2 figures. They're going to hit that wall, and then it'll be another 5 to 10 years before we get more G2 figures. Geez, that rant went on for a little bit, didn't it? I am so sorry, ladies and gentlemen. But yeah, so, like I said, this figure is pricey because, it's no longer in production, so you're going to have to go through third parties. from this figure, I hope that the rest of the other Combat Megatrons, I hope they have the same thing where it's like the tight joints and everything, because the consumers deserve a figure that isn't going to fall over backwards. Something like fucking Minor Megatron. Anyway. But yeah, so I think overall this is a good figure. It's just you gotta look past the price point, look past the idea that it is yet another repaint of Siege Megatron. But if you can look past all that, you have a decent figure here. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. That's just my final thoughts. Is this is this a buy or a pass? Like I said, if you're trying to get into the G2 market, yes, it's a buy. If you really don't care about repaints, it's a pass. But that is it, ladies and gentlemen. Stay tuned for my next unboxing and review. And I guess that's about it. So I'll see you all later. Stay safe, stay warm. Peace out.